Plano advising that the NFL is calling.
All right, man. Okay.
The NFL is calling.
Alright. NFL player found dead in the porta potty. I seen this on Instagram, man. RP. RIP, man.
In Plano
Marshawn
PD,
Keelan.
and the subject is texting
Nealon.
his family goodbye.
EPS 111. There's a porta potty on the south side of that building.
Morty, we got eyes on it. That's pretty much right exactly where 118 drew the circle. Y'all see a heat from that?
Yeah, 111, we got good eyes on. Looks like the door's open. Red liquid coming out from it.
Anytime. I'll start with my first question. How old were you when you started playing football?
When I started playing football, I had to have been.
You run it back because this joint was tweaking just now. The joint was tweaking, man. RP. RP, man. Marshawn Keelan, Dallas Cowboy.
NFL is calling Plano PD, and the subject is texting his family goodbye.
EPS 111.
Tweaking.
There's a porta potty on the south side of that building.
40, we got eyes on it. That's pretty much right exactly where 118 drew the circle. Y'all see a heat from that?
Yeah, 111, we got good eyes on. Looks like the door's open. Red liquid coming out from it.
Anytime. I'll start with my first question. How old were you when you started playing football?
When I started playing football, I had to have been around the age of like 7 or 8. I know I always wanted to start when I was like real young, but where I was from, I was grew up with a single mom, and there wasn't really too many opportunities for me to play at a very young age.
A crazy feeling, man. It's like, obviously, like I said, I was heavily under-recruited coming out of high school. So for these guys to reach out to me and give me the opportunity to showcase my talents and come here and them take me in and develop me, and now I'm finna go to the NFL and have my jersey hanging up in one of these showcases. It's like, man, it doesn't get better than that.
Fam, in life, you never really know what somebody going through. You never know how they coping with a sudden loss. Sometimes we work so hard chasing dreams, chasing success, only to realize when we finally get there, it don't hit the same without the people we did it for. In the last 24 hours, reports started circulating that a young breakout star, a second-year player for what many call the American team, the Dallas Cowboys, has tragically lost his life. From the outside looking in, you'd think he had it all. A kid who was once overlooked coming out of high school, made his way to Western Michigan, still got drafted on day 2 of the NFL draft. But what most people didn't realize, just 2 months before the draft, he went through the kind of pain that no man ever fully recovers from. Losing his mother, the same woman who was with him through it all. Now what makes you reflect on this story is just last week this young man did something special. Something he never done before in his career. Something most never do as a defensive player in their career. Score a touchdown. You can see the joy, the emotion, the weight behind that celebration. But who would have known that
Still
same
lost.
moment might have triggered everything he was holding inside. They say he broke down, missing his mom, missing a voice that was always
Damn. Well, Dallas still lost, too. That ain't making no better.
there.
O'Donnell has it blocked. Into the end zone in a race. And a touchdown. Sam Williams blocked it. Nealon the touchdown.
Who would have known the following week he would lose his life? And we want to thread lightly with this story, because we're not here to speculate. We're here to spread awareness, the truth. None of us can predict how losing a mother affect us. Today we're going to pay our respects and tell his story. From the rise to the draft, to the proudest moment on the field, and the tragic discovery that has left his fans and family heartbroken. A 24-year-old life gone too soon, found inside a porta potty. We'll go over the dispatch audio, hear what he said at his mom's funeral, look back at his journey,
Porta
remember
potty.
the man behind the jersey. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being
That's
said,
it.
make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. A young kid growing up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, born July 8, 2001, Marshawn Nealon. He went to Godwin Heights High School in Wyoming, Michigan, where he excelled as a two-way player and became a two-star recruit. As far as college, he didn't have many options, but he did have D1 offers. He stayed home and went to Western Michigan University. During his time at college, he quickly shined. He earned second-team all-conference honors in 2023 and was named a winner of the Ted Hendricks Award for Best Defensive End in the nation. And in 2024, he decided to enter the draft. But during that journey, he would lose his mom to an undisclosed illness. Her name was Wendy Nealon. She was a single mom. And on February 18, 2024, while Marshawn was preparing for the 2024 NFL Scouting Combine, he would get a call that suddenly, after a fight, his mom would lose her life. Now at that moment, it was tough for Marshawn. He was telling people that his mom shared the same goal as him, making it to the pros one day. And that dream was becoming a reality. A week later, they had the funeral. And that's what Marshawn had to say.
Honor Wendy's life from a speaking from the heart from her son, Marshawn, at this time.
Man, y'all can hear me? For sure. It's crazy, because, you know, growing up, she was always there for me, always going to all my games and cold nights, like, just always there for me. It's definitely tough. You just never expect something like this. I know she was always helping me out with everything, anything I needed with school, anything I needed with just life in general. I knew I could always call her, text her, and everything. She was basically there for me for basically there for me for everything. And I know Catalina, she also got me a bear with a voice message that my mom sent me. And the voice messages definitely hold dear to me just because it was Christmas last year. Basically just her telling me that she loved me, and
it's good, bro.
Just letting me know that she was gonna be there for me, like regardless what happened, everything. And it was really just stand out because, you know, I listened to that because for this situation, it kind of resonates as if she's still here, as if she's still on the other side of the phone talking to me. There's a lot of crazy things that's been going on recently, just with me getting invited to the combine and this and that, and Senior Bowl. We were supposed to get her to come out to the Senior Bowl, and a lot of things happened where she couldn't do that, and we were supposed to be like, okay, we finna, you know, go to the draft day party. And the thing that, you know, helped me go on was just like, okay, we got time. And obviously this was unexpected and nobody knew that this was gonna happen. But man, I wish if I can go back in time, I would have definitely found a way for me to go see her come see me. And it tore me apart. But one thing that, like, you know, helped me get through it is that I could still feel her just training and this and that. I would ask for her to be there with me, and it's like I could feel her presence there with me, and I still do. And, you know, like, she was just always that loving person, so I know that she's still, like, watching over me. And it's definitely tough going through it, but, you know, I try to be strong as much as I can. And yeah, so I'm just thankful. And yeah, that was my mom's. And yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yamaya and Marshawn. Let's just honor them for being able to come up here during a difficult time and continue to show love for their wonderful mother, Wendy.
Yet and still, Marshawn was determined to make him and his mom's dreams come true. They cremated his mom, and he wore her ashes every day in a necklace and made him feel like she was still with him every step of the way. Fast forward to April of 2024. Marshawn was selected in the second round by the Dallas Cowboys, making his dreams and his mom's.
Blood clot.
He became a starter as a rookie. Cowboys official compared Nealon to Lawrence due to his length and ability to rush the passer and potential to become a stronger run defender. He also reminds some in the organization of Greg Ellis, now a Cowboys assistant defensive line coach. He signed his 4-year rookie deal and things was looking up. The Cowboys was excited about his sophomore year. But then fast forward May of 2025, he shared throwback photos with him and his mother and sister as part of an Instagram collage. Caption, "One Love." That would be his last post on the gram. But fast forward to September 14, 2025, in Arlington, Texas, AT&T Field, Marshawn Nealon, number 94, the Dallas Cowboys, rushes the passer during an NFL football game against the New York Giants. And that was the clip you saw at the very beginning of this video, as he picks up the fumble and scores his first touchdown in the NFL, mind you, as a defensive player. Then just 3 weeks later, November 7, 2025, at around 1:31 a.m., Frisco police got a call from Marshawn's girl, saying Marshawn sent her, family, and teammates a concerning message, and was scared for him.
Teammates too?
To quickly find him and get help. They went to his house. He wasn't there. Then they spotted his car, quickly gave him a chase, but then stopped. Marshawn quickly parked his car and went inside a near porta potty, leaving local authorities to discover him. Inside, slumped over. May he rest in peace. Love and condolences to his family.
He's trying to call.
So he went on a chase, got away from them. He went on the chase with them, dipped on them, jumped out, parked up, went in the fucking porta potty, and peeled his shit back. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. He was serious.
What was it?
He was serious.
We're talking to the girlfriend. She's trying to call his agent, but we're trying to get him to call her to call him first. But she's saying he is armed and has a history of mental illness, and her quote was, "He will end it all."
He was not playing.
Good copy. You probably ran back to the car to get the gun.
If she calls him, we'll let him know.
Good copy. Alright, y'all do me a favor. Everybody stay with the buddy. Don't go looking alone. This guy is armed.
President, I just received a text from him, a text from him saying goodbye. They're concerned for his welfare. They do not have a key to the apartment.
David said my copy. I tried on this call. We were just out there. There's nobody at the apartment. I'll contact him by phone.
We have a lieutenant calling in from Plano advising that the NFL is calling Plano PD and the subject is texting his family goodbye.
Damn.
Yes, 111. There's a porta potty on the south side of that building.
40, we got eyes on it. That's pretty much right exactly where 118 drew the circle. Y'all see a heat from that?
Yeah, 111. We got good eyes on. Looks like the door's open. Red liquid coming out from it.
Oh, man.
Just want to go ahead and work this safely before we have any officers approach. So let's just let's get in a red team and kind of go through this safely and tactically. I believe we got eyes on a drone right there. Y'all got eyes on the target inside that porta potty.
We're pushing the drone there now.
Okay, good copy. Just on our last orbit, we didn't see any movement. Still got that heat signature. Looks like it's curled up at the bottom of that porta potty. With the stream of blood coming from the porta potty.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a 10-4. He's going to be laying on his side, facing inward, and quite a bit of blood coming out. Possible signal 27.
Now hearing that, you know a little more detail to know his girlfriend Kaylin. She tried to get him help, but now it's to the point where, according to her family, she's yet to be contacted. She went into a shell, and apparently this is eating her alive. So we sending prayers to her way as well. Since this news, the Dallas Cowboys said in a statement, it is with extreme sadness that the Dallas Cowboys shared that Marshawn Nealon tragically passed away this morning. Marshawn was a beloved teammate and a member of our organization. Our thoughts and prayers regarding Marshawn are with his girlfriend Kaylin and his family. You know, fam, we talk about mental health, grief, and loss. Sometimes it don't matter
Damn.
how strong you are, how rich you get, or what jersey you wear. The pain don't disappear. It just hides until it can't hide no more. Marshawn Kneeland fought through everything life threw at him. Being overlooked, proving doubters wrong, losing his mother, and still making it to the biggest stage in football. At just 24 years old, this was a young man still finding peace within success. And if anything, this should remind us all, check on your people. Don't just ask if they're good. Make sure they really are. We're sending prayers to his family, his teammates, and everyone affected by the story we just talked about. Rest in peace, Marshawn Kneeland, a son, a teammate, a fighter who gave everything he had on and off the field. Sad to say, fam, this was the story of a young man who lost his life after trying to grieve with losing his mom. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
God damn. It's fucked up.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
This hour, the Lafayette Police Department is currently investigating the death of an 18-year-old girl, Gabriella Sharp. On Friday morning around 3:40 a.m., officers were dispatched to a convenience store off of West Congress Street to a report of an unresponsive female. Officers and paramedics attempted life-saving measures but were unsuccessful. Sharp was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death is pending autopsy results, and the incident has not been ruled a homicide. Instead, in connection to the death of 18-year-old Gabriella Sharp. News 10's Kai Price joins me in studio with the latest. Kai.
Hey, Lainey. Lafayette police have arrested 18-year-old Caden Richard and 19-year-old Jaquan Pierre. Richard has been charged with sexual battery, and Pierre has been charged with video voyeurism.
That nigga 19, 18, and 19. That nigga look 40 right here. That nasty ass goatee.
These arrests come after Lafayette police say they were called to a Lafayette convenience store on Friday about reports of Sharp being unresponsive.
Fam, you know it was hard for me to even want to bring this story to y'all attention because it's still developing as we speak. Sometimes we end up getting the details before the news even have time to report it. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. Now I want to make this very clear. I didn't personally see the video that we're going to talk about today, but I've been able to look at the reactions, the comments, and the stories from people who did. I took that information and tried to put it in pieces so we can understand what truly took place. Now, from what's being reported, this story is about a young woman from Louisiana, a high school senior, a young girl, who tragically lost her life. But it's not that she just passed away, it's how. Now, this allegedly happened on homecoming night, after the football game, at a link-up. I could be wrong, and that's what's being reported. After homecoming, there was reportedly an after party, which we'll later discuss, at someone's house. And that's where things took a dark turn. According to what's surfacing online, this young girl was assaulted by two teenagers on camera. Some calling it R, or others saying SA. Either way, it's something no woman, let alone young woman, should ever have to go through.
Never.
Reports say she was unconscious during this act and that she never woke up. But what's worse, the teens believed to be involved have now deleted their social media.
What they mean? So she never woke up, so she was unconscious the whole time, and then they did that? So was she like overdose or something? What the fuck? Hold on.
Counts. And that's where things get messy. The story of how she lost her life is being twisted, changed,
how was it? What happened?
and speculated on while the truth is still
She on the Game Boy Advance.
That's what we here for. We're going to go over her story. We're going to pay our respects, share what's known, and what the family has put out publicly, including ways you can help if you feel in your heart to do so. Because at the end of the day, this ain't about clicks or views. This about awareness, accountability, and respect for her life. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you the way, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Today we headed to Lafayette, Louisiana. Lafayette is located in south central Louisiana, often called the heart of Cajun country. It's about 2 hours west of New Orleans. Orleans. The population is around 121,000 people, making it the 4th largest city in Louisiana.
Alligators.
As far as the culture, it's known for the Cajun and Creole capital of the South, crawfish festivals, and strong French heritage. When it comes to the economy, the key industries include oil and gas, healthcare, education, and technology. Lafayette is home to many small businesses and local restaurants that reflect this deep-rooted culture. When it comes to their crime and safety, like many mid-sized Louisiana cities, Lafayette has struggled with youth violence, drug-related crimes, and recent teen incidents, especially near school and community events, making this latest tragedy even hit harder. When it comes to the community vibe, despite challenges, Lafayette is known for being tight-knit, faith-driven, and family-oriented, where local high schools are pillars of pride and unity. Speaking of high schools, we want to go to Acadiana High School, located in Lafayette Parish, Louisiana, a public high school under the Lafayette Parish school systems, traditionally grades 9th through 12th, with the mascot, the Wrecking Rams, one of the most recognized school mascots in the region. The colors is green and gold, known for the strong football tradition. The high school won multiple state championships, including titles in 2006, 10, 13, 14, 19, and 20. A large, diverse student body with over 1,700 students. Active student organizations like DECA and Marching Band. With the community impact, having the school is a major part of the Lafayette culture. Friday football night games, parades, and events often bring the whole community together. And on Friday, November 1st, 2025, this high school had a homecoming event. Also attending that high school we just talked about was 18-year-old Gabriella Sharp. Now, she had looked forward to prom, homecoming, on the 31st. But that following morning, her family would get the worst call of their lives. Reports that Gabriella was drugged and SA at an after party. And the crazy part is the only reason the family know that is because of a video that's been floating online. But before we get to that point, let's talk about the details on where she was found. Because apparently she passed out at a local gas station, which is why authorities haven't made an arrest yet. According to Lafayette Police, officers responded to the racetrack on West Congress Street at around 3:40 a.m. They discovered Sharp unresponsive. Paramedics attempted to render aid, but she was pronounced deceased at the scene. May she rest in peace. I love condolences to her family.
On the crime watch involving the death of a young woman at a Lafayette gas station, some on social media are calling it a case of murder, but Lafayette police again saying it is not a homicide investigation at this point. Initially, police said the victim was 21 years old, but they now confirm she was 18 years old, identified as Gabriella Sharp. She was a senior at Acadiana High, which is planning a memorial for her. Autopsy results released today determined the teen died from an unspecified medical condition. As we first reported last night, she collapsed at the racetrack gas station you see there on West Congress. Authorities say Sharp complained to friends of what felt like a heart attack moments before collapsing. Paramedics were unable to revive her there at the scene. Here's what Lafayette police told us today about the death investigation.
The investigation is still ongoing, so at this point there are no charges pending because at this point it is not a homicide.
Police tell us Sharp and her friends had been out partying downtown. The coroner says the full results of toxicology and other tests are still pending.
Now, as mentioned, police was confirmed that she was out partying with her friends that night downtown. And it's important to know this. There's been speculation that she lost her life during the video we about to discuss. Now, apparently that's false. Let's say that out the gate, because she made it to a gas station and didn't collapse, according to authorities. Was she unconscious? Maybe so, but she didn't pass away at that location. Now, it was allegedly an after party in Lafayette, some say on the north side. Gabby was attending. She allegedly consumed some alcohol and ended up getting alcohol poisoning. That's what was reflected in her autopsy when authorities got to her at the gas station. But if we stay on track at this house party, she ended up being posted on social media. You could tell she was unconscious according to the people who viewed the video and posted their thoughts on social media. Later we'll check out some of the comments. Now, it was two boys who was engaging in acts with Gabby. But from the looks of it, from people reporting about this video, Gabby wasn't moving and she seemed lifeless. Their name was Caden Richard and Jaquan Pierre. And while I was doing this video, it was reported that they was arrested just 30 minutes prior. 4 days after Gabby, we wonder why. Now, the next day on the 1st, when Gabby was reported deceased, it seemed these two deleted their social medias. But during that time, that night, some say they went live. Now, YouTube won't let me play this live, but I'll leave the link in the bio. but they was basically discussing their experience. 4th of night, one person wrote, I was told it was alcohol poisoning, and the boys thought she was drunk, and that's where they messed up, because that's R. That's why the family doesn't want it on the news. I literally thought that's what it was, or someone slipped something in her drink, but I knew y'all was going to nail me to the cross for my opinion. Such a beautiful girl gone too soon. Now, one woman who allegedly saw the video wrote, they SA her on video. Her poor body was lifeless, and they thought it was funny. It's disturbing. I didn't sleep well last night. My heart goes out to her family. It needs to be on the news now with what they did on camera. And the crazy part is they was able to see that video almost 2 days after. And before they was arrested, an anonymous account had went to social media and said the following. They tagged their Instagram, showed their pictures, and said they raped and unalived that beautiful girl, Gabby, at the after party and recorded it. The video ain't much, but them trying to flex while...
Niggas is crazy, bro. Dude, them young boys crazy, bro. Like, how you feel like, how you even, like, somebody knocked out, unconscious, how you even feel okay putting you, like, this shit is disgusting, bro. This shit disgusting. Them niggas deserve anything and everything they get.
Wow, she's unconscious and her body is limp on the edge of the bed. This is ridiculous. I seen the video earlier. Now with so much going on social media, someone spoke to the family and this is what they had to say. This is a post on behalf of Gabriella Sharp's family. To those asking what they can do to help in this time, they are of course accepting of any and all prayers, as well as friends interested in setting up fundraisers. We would love that as well. To those asking about funeral arrangements, I will update this post when it is planned. To those wanting to send money for said arrangements, after talking with Laura Manning, the decision has been made for proceeds to be sent to the Cash App or via Venmo. Thanks in advance, because no parent should be having to pay for this after thinking about cars the day prior. Also, I like for this post to consist of your favorite memories with Gabby for her family to read when the time is right. You know, stories like this, they hit different, because this wasn't some celebrity, this wasn't somebody chasing fame. This was a young girl with her whole future ahead of her, a senior from a small city where everybody knows everybody, where a night that should have been full of smiles, pictures, and memories turned into something no parent should ever have to experience. To the family, friends, and classmates, we send a love, strength, and prayers your way. Instead of people online, before y'all share posts or aroma, remember that behind every picture and every name is a real human being with people who love them. We're gonna keep following this story respectfully as more details come out. But more than anything, let's remember what matters most: protecting our young women, educating our young men, and holding each other accountable as a community. Rest in peace to that beautiful young queen who's gone way too soon, but we'll make sure her story don't go unheard. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and keep your heart pure. This was the story of a young woman who went to homecoming and some say prom, dressed up with her date and ended up being unconscious after allegedly taking too much alcohol. God knows we don't know if someone slipped something in her drink or what. We'll have to wait for that. But she ended up collapsing hours later at a local gas station after being filmed, allegedly being SA'd by two young men who later got arrested 4 days later. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe today.
Weird ass little dudes. Weird ass little dudes. Real talk. Weird ass little dudes. On my mama. You little niggas is weird.
I'm not the king of Philly, king of everything, man. I ain't the king of Philly, I'm the king of everywhere. We got area, we got 18th Street, we got like from the 20th Street all the way to Broad Street. It's an epidemic. I want to start branching off on the other side. We might take a block on the other side of Broad Street. I might put some work out there. I'm thinking about taking clubs all over.
My boy Al Ab used to tell himself. Al Ab used to do this shit talking reckless.
You know, 20 savages out there. I'll run all of them.
I'll run all of them.
Fair times. Inside here. Then you go to the block. Go to the block in the morning. In the morning. Then in the afternoon. Then at nighttime. Then you get phone calls. Hey, I quit. I don't want more. That niggas too. All right, I'm gonna come around here.
They make no picks, man. Most likely me, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck if a kid 1 or 40. I don't give a fuck about nigga mom, pop. Come to daycare. That's the art of war, man. You know? I don't care about none of it. Ain't got no picks over this.
I don't piss over here. I'm where hurt.
Call it on.
He said, I'm in where hurt. I'm in where hurt.
Get you where hurt, I promise you, man.
I promise you. I'm in where hurt.
We've seen a lot of high-profile personalities that were loved and or feared on the streets end up getting federal
Free ass.
sentences.
I'm in where hurt.
Joey Merlino, Ace Capone, Kabani Savage, are just a few examples.
Kidnap your
More
kids,
recently,
nigga.
AR Ab and his OVH movement were indicted federally, and he was sentenced to a 45-year prison bed to join the list.
Smoked him.
Growing
Shout
up
out
on the
to-
streets
hold
of
on.
North Philly.
Shout out to American Confidential, man. Him and the family, my two favorites with the documentaries. Tales of Toronto right after them. They're my top 3 right there.
Especially the part of town Ed was from is not easy. Drugs and crime infest poor black communities, and that's what Ed was up against as a child. His personality is the kind that dreamed big and did what he thought he needed to do to achieve those goals. You can call Ab a lot of things, but you can't call him unintelligent. As a business mind, he thrives. He is a strong black leader of men. Unfortunately, as we see a lot of our black kings succumb to, Ab was a leader of street dudes and led a lot of them right to prison. Abdul West grew up in North Philly on Erie Ave, one of the greediest sections of the city. In an interview with Don Diva magazine, Ab said of
We'll go back to this. Smokey, nigga. Hold on. RA breaks down his arrests and IPP sentences for shootings he didn't commit. Sheesh. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, hit the like button on the live. Y'all ain't hit the like button. If you in this joint, y'all ain't hit that like button yet, hit it. YouTube lives, I do interviews, no Vlad joints, but I'll react to interview clips, documentaries, no music on the YouTube live, y'all. No music on the YouTube lives. They be
Gonna
on
go
there.
into your story and into the prison aspect. Like, obviously doing my research, I found out that you ended up going in for something that you didn't do.
Yeah.
But can you take us to like the beginning of that and how you got bagged and what happened?
You know what? So obviously that situation happened. It was a shooting, and basically someone was sitting in a car. 4 people were sitting in a car, and someone came and wet it out with a Mac. And the people in the car said they thought it was me, basically. And that was it. I remember them times the jakes are on, man.
And that's all it takes. And that's all it takes. A nigga ain't gotta do shit, but if the niggas that got shot and they in the car and they saying they seen him do it, it's peak. That's what y'all say, right? Yeah, it's peak. It's Quilla. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat that shit. You're gonna have to really been somewhere on camera or away from that scene. Good alibi. If not, you're done, nigga.
Anyway, like fully on, man. So that was just like, what? You get me? I remember even when I got nicked. Anyway, that happened. They licked off Mumsy's door. I got the call in the morning, like, Jake's have been there,
Trying to get low.
They want this, they want that, and they're saying that this happened.
Huh?
Saying phone this number.
What?
So I've called them like, bro, what's going on? Yeah, if you come into the police station, they want it for this, that, and forth. But I don't even know what they're talking about. That's how mad it was, you get me? So obviously, as
Yeah, come in for questions and we'll see what's up. Huh? Alright. Guess who you can, motherfucker.
I've gone in there now.
Gingerbread man.
They said to me, how have we got you for this? That was his exact words, the Fed. I tried enough. He said, how have we got you for this? This is mad. Like, we've got witnesses saying your name, saying that you did this. And he said, you're effed. That was his exact words. You're effed. I'm laughing at him like, what you talking?
I'd have laughed and said, you know I'd have did this. I don't leave witnesses. That's what I would have told the feds, nigga. You know I ain't do this. I don't leave witnesses. I gotta give me gangster.
Yeah, man, I would have bust case put on about that. It's not me.
Yeah.
But he was right. I was effed, bro. It really was effed, because they buried man, bro. You know what I mean? They pushed the case fully. Went court, went trial. Witnesses were lying on the stand, saying this, saying that. It was all a madness. It was a shambles. And then, but in the end, the jury, innit? Remember, it's just 12 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't know nothing, man. Halfway through the trial, I'm seeing the jury, just like, one juror, he was falling asleep. Man. So he's already made his mind up. Yeah. He don't need to hear like those when he's going to sleep. Yeah, this man's picking their nails. They're not even listening, man. Yeah. They just saw man as, you get me? And remember how far they went with the case. Remember, they bagged me. No machine, nothing like that. But in the case, they've brought in a Mac, bro. Yeah? And passed it around the jury.
Mad.
You know what I mean? Like, you're just going ham.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
Yeah, that's mad.
There was no...
That's what they do. They did that at my brother trial. They found a gun, but not on my brother. So they brought the gun in there, passed it around to the jury. They all looking at the gun and all this little dumb shit.
No burner that I've been caught with, but they brought in their own, sent it around the jury and said, this is the gun that you used, the type of gun that you used.
Yeah, no prints in that as well.
No.
That's so weak though. They're gonna be like, this the type of gun he used, but we don't have it. Yeah, the lawyer was supposed to be like, yeah, they saying that's the kind of gun he used, but they don't have a gun. No fingerprints, no DNA or nothing. Yeah, he was supposed to beat that. Oh, that shit crazy. See, the jurors already, they just heard the story. The story sound crazy. Oh yeah, he's mad. He's mad.
There was nothing. It was just word of mouth, innit? But they brought the Mac into the court and sent it around the jury. So now the jury, these are just random 9-to-5ers.
Yeah, they played on their emotions.
Yeah, bro. I remember certain juries when the next juror was passing it on, like one of them was like, no, they didn't want to touch it. Right. And it's just gone past it. It shows like how they kind of just patterned man up. You get me? I remember certain juries when the next juror was passing it on, like one of them was like, no, they didn't want to touch it. Right. And it's just gone past it. It shows like how they kind of just patterned man up. You get me? Yeah. So it was a done deal, you know.
That's mad.
Mental.
And then,
mental.
Well, you ended up getting sentenced to what? Was it IPP or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mad. So you must have been fuming after that.
Yeah, I was wounded, bro. It was a madness. Like I'm thinking, what? When I got found guilty, I was like, bro, that's mad. And then I'm thinking, nah, this is crazy. It didn't, you get me? And then obviously they send me back to jail, so like 2 weeks, come back for sentencing. And then I got a pre-sentence report, and I remember I'm talking to the probation officer, and he's like, "Well, do you show any remorse in that?" Like, what you on about? It weren't me. Yeah. You show remorse for what? Like, but remember, how they go is once you get found guilty, they have to just go by the courts, innit? So now you're guilty. Even if I say I'm not guilty, once you get found guilty, that's it, innit? Yeah.
No remorse.
So putting down that I'm not showing no remorse and that. So when he put that paperwork into the judge has seen that, alright, cool, you just done this, you're not showing no remorse, you don't care, we feel like you are definitely danger to the public.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button.
Is that like, did you have like a previous before that and all that? Or
yeah, like I had previous, like robbery and
other
little bits and pieces. But when I was younger, innit, like crazy.
Yeah, but when they sort of probably see that and then the witnesses, they just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just went nuts. But I think it was so bad that my previous didn't even come into it. Because it wasn't even that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were just running off of this fact that the witnesses are saying this and you're saying this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it was kind of just, it was a mad. That was a rough time still. Yeah. Rough patch. And if you ain't built a certain way, that was crap, man, bro. A lot of man. That will break a lot of man into pieces, bro. But man just had to hold the order, and man knew, like, raw, like, the life man was living, and I knew that.
Karma.
Came with it.
Yeah, like I knew it was either the graveyard or the jailhouse that came with it, innit? And like an idiot, man signed up for it. So now, I've been birded. What am I crying about? So that's how I had to kind of just build it and just kind of just go back into myself and just be easy with it and say, you know what? You have to come out at the end. There's no point of rubbing yourself out in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man just kind of just dealt with it a certain way and made it work.
So you see, for those who never like step foot inside a jail, like
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's fucked up. Mad time for nothing. Mad time for nothing. Nigga ain't even do nothing. It's mental.
Growing up in North Philly, it was cool. I grew up in a family. My pop had a name in the street. He was a street dude. Everyone respected my pop. My big brother died, so I had to take care of everything on my own. I had little brothers, so I carried the shit. I carried it how I'm supposed to carry it, you know what I mean? I grew up on a...
Yo, if you in this live right now, tap in, hit the like button, man. Drop a comment, where you from? Drop where you from in the comments. There's 10 people in here, nobody ain't saying nothing.
Crack block.
Y'all holla like me?
Drug dealers sell crack at. It was one of the biggest crack blocks in the neighborhood. It was constant crack fiends, gunshots, people getting shot, all that type of stuff going on. When asked about his schooling situation, Ab said, I got my diploma and shit when I was 16. I left high school and went to a program called Job Corps. I got my diploma and my plumbing trade when I was 16.
Job Corps.
In October 2013, Complex.com wrote an article titled 15 Unsigned Rappers Who Should Get a Deal After South by Southwest. In it, they wrote, although coverage of label signings often seem to focus on artists who strike it big on a viral level, 1 million for Krayshawn, 2 for Trinidad James, 3 for A$AP Rocky, those cases are often outliers, lucky shots in the dark. Being a talented artist doesn't guarantee anything. It's hustle and an engaged, invested group of loyal listeners that usually drive an artist's long-term success, whether that artist elects to take a major label investment or prefers to run independently. They talked about Chance the Rapper, Young Thug, Shy Glizzy, Young Dolph, Joey Badass, all very talented MCs. But they also mentioned some street dude from Philly named Assault Rifle Abdul, or AR-Ab. Ab is one of them dudes, when he walks in a room, the whole room gets quiet. He's a bigger than life personality who commands respect, and that's exactly what he got for the most part on the streets of Philly. Ab talked a big game and backed it up. Not to say he was feared by everyone, but he definitely got a salute from stamped individuals. Complex went on to write, once associated with Cassidy's Larceny family crew, AR-Ab has made headlines for some extra musical reasons. He recently got involved with the Meek Mill Cassidy beef. He was shot 10 times and survived. He's controversial in the way street rappers often are, but there's some musical reasons to take notice of the rapper. None other than Swiss Beats called him the most important new artist in rap, and his latest mixtape, Mud Music, is a strong release, thanks in part to AR-Ab's gritty, visceral vocal style. The intro alone is pushing the shock rap envelope.
These niggas gotta rap, I don't need to. Gucci Man caught a body.
Me too!
Ab would release a mixtape.
Gucci Man caught a body! Me too!
Every year for 6 straight years starting in 2008 with Welcome to Trap Street, I See Dead People in 2009, Allegheny Ave in 2010, and the Who Harder Than Me series 1, 2, and 3 in 2011, 2012, and 2013 respectively. Let's go back to 2005. Cassidy.
Hey, big up AV. Chop. It's cracking, Chop. Hey, AV, big up AV.
He was the most popular rapper from Philly and was getting national attention. In 2002,
I'm a hustler.
Cass signed a record deal with producer Swiss Beats Full Surface imprint in association with Rough Riders and J Records. By 2005, he had released a certified gold debut album, Split Personality, and his second album, I'm a Hustler, debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200
I'm a
chart.
hustler, homie.
According to police,
that shit was fire.
On April 15, 2005, Cassidy and 2 other men armed with handguns, AK-47 assault rifles, and 7.62 millimeter rifles fired on 3 other men during an argument that unfolded behind a house in Cassidy's West Oak Lane neighborhood just before 1 a.m. One of the men who was shot, Desmond Hawkins, 22 years old, died from gunshot wounds to the back.
Crashed out.
The other men were treated at area hospitals for gunshot wounds and subsequently released. Ad was later identified as another of the 3 men wanted by police in connection to the shootings. Cassidy had surrendered to Philadelphia police on the afternoon of June 17, 2005. Ad went on a run, but was later caught.
Yo, this shit felt like yesterday when them niggas got locked up for the body. I didn't know AR Ab at the time. I just remember Cassidy going to jail for the body.
They were both booked and charged with first-degree murder. The case took a turn when the primary witness withdrew his confession. On January 5, 2006, Cassidy was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and possession of an instrument of crime for his involvement in the shooting. He was sentenced to 11.5 to 23 months in prison, plus probation, and was credited with the 7 months he had already served. Ad was found not guilty, having spent 2 or 3 years fighting the case.
You know, I want the world to know, man, that, you know, that murder case is down before I was down for that joint too, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, and, you know, I took it to trial. I spent 2 years fighting that joint. I beat that guilty. You know, Cass beat, no, Cass, he got felt guilty on involuntary manslaughter, so he still got the minor charges. I got felt not guilty completely, you know?
In 2008, Cass finished his deal with Swiss Beats Full Surface, and he formed Larceny Family Records and put Ab under his wing, and they tried to make a way for themselves like that. They would appear on tracks and music videos together throughout 2008, 2009, and 2010. Differences in opinions made the whole situation turn sour around the end of 2010. They both have different reasons for why it went left. It seemed to have boiled down to money, or lack thereof. Cass had hit it big time in 2004, and after the prison stint, he didn't have the same buzz as before. Ab grew frustrated with the lack of opportunities he was getting with Larceny Family and dipped.
And me and Cass shot situated our own independent deal. That's with Carmelo. Okay. Carmelo and we putting the budget up, so we got a whole bunch of millions. That's what's up. Until then, you know, I'm trying to get it. That's all.
So I said, come on, I got to make you a millionaire. And I was rolling with him. You know, it ain't playing out.
Had the way you wanted to. Okay.
During the incident in late September 2011, West survived being shot 10 times. A tweet dated September 24th, 2011 showed a bandaged AR Ab lying in bed, recuperating with the captions, 10 shots couldn't stop me. He suffered 2 shots to the stomach, 2 to the hand, 5 to the ass, and 1 shot to the thigh.
Damn.
Tore his ass throughout 2000.
Tore his ass up, literally. 5 to the ass. I know it hurt to take a shit. Holy.
5 to the ass and 1 shot to the thigh. Ad would recover throughout 2012 and continue pushing his music, and it was around this time he started to push the OBH movement. OBH stands for Original Block Hustlers and will be synonymous with Ad from here on out. You will hear him mention OBH from time to time before 2012. But 2012 is around when you start seeing people like Dark Low appear with him in music videos and interviews. In April 2013, AR Ab tweeted, 3 years ago, I got caught up in a big drug trafficking raid. It just caught up to me. Now I gotta pay the price. I'm doing my final show tonight. His videographer, Gil, uploaded a video with Ab saying he will be turning himself in. Following his prison sentence, music videos from AR Ab and OBH members urged fans to write to Ab while he's in prison. While he was locked up that 1.5 years, the leadership position fell to Dark Low as far as the face of OBH. When it comes to
Dark
rapping,
Low.
in my opinion, Low has the most talent out of the whole OBH. No Breaks, Brise, and C-Dot are my other two picks. A lot of people started to recognize his skills on the mic too, as Low would solidify his place in OBH due to his presence on the mic while Ad was booked. Ad was released on parole November 2014, having served 18 months. According to interviews, Ad was booked for charges related to crack cocaine and faced up to 3 years, which was less than 18 months through his participation in the boot camp program. AR Ad was always known and talked about on the streets of Philly. People in the city that paid attention to the rap scene were aware of, or at least have heard of him before. More broadly, and in mainstream circles, his name was a mere whisper. That all changed in 2015 when Drake referenced Ab in his song Back to Back, where he said,
I drove here in a rave playing AR Ab. I'm not sure what it was.
We all know the story with Meek and Drake, so we won't get into that right now. Ab later stated in interviews in 2015 saying that he hasn't spoken to Drake, but he sided with him, saying he was disappointed in Meek's response.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Nigga say I'm sided with Drake. That's fucked up, man. That's what you see nigga with the bag. Them Cali niggas did not go for that. We but start beefing with Kendrick. Cali niggas did not go for that. Niggas is still on the fuck Drake shit. That nigga all ad went straight to it. Yo, appreciate you. What's poppin', man? What's cracking? I don't do no music on here, but I'll check that out on the kick. I got you. Let me screenshot that. I got you. I'll check it out.
Meek responded to Ab on August 6th during a performance in Camden, New Jersey, where he said,
Niggas get on camera and get to talking all this gun murder shit. Y'all niggas don't do shit but get shot the fuck up. We get money and we want to create cases.
Y'all niggas don't do shit but get shot the fuck up. Bullshit. Chill, Meek. Meek was on some bullshit. Y'all niggas don't do shit but get shot the fuck up.
and questioned his allegiance to an out-of-town rapper. Ab responded by releasing his own version of Back to Back on August 8th, which dissed Meek and also contained lyrics where he threatened to unleash his shooters upon Meek and Dream Chasers.
Oh, shit.
In response, Meek's cousin O'Malley released his own version of Back to Back, which dissed AR Ab and OBH. Ab did another interview where he said Meek was too scared to respond himself and O'Malley was the softest one on Dream Chasers. He also said that he won't respond to O'Malley's diss because he's a quote worker. This was a worrying moment for the city. Ab named himself Top Goon of Philly and was seemingly willing to go to any length to prove it. Meek was never one to back down from a challenge either, but an even bigger threat of violence came from the camps. See, it's one thing to go back and forth on a record to prove who's the better rapper. This beef, however, was getting more personal. Drake and Meek live in two different countries, and while the general public had the same concern of violence stemming from their feud, it wasn't the same with Meek and Ab being from the same city. They knew each other for years, meaning they know a lot more about how each other moved around, and it's a lot more likely for something bad to happen. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and in January 2016, Ab revealed that he and Meek had reconciled. This taste of public attention sparked even more ambition in Ab. Having flirted with fame before, he took this opportunity to push OBH further and further into the public. With public attention also comes attention from other people, namely the feds. The feds can't ignore certain things, and this video is one of them.
OBH Records, King of Ab. I got my own record company. I signed myself. Check this out. There's $500,000 on the table, man. This is $500,000 on the table. I just feel like y'all got too excited when Birdman paid me my $200 grand. Like that's some real money. I've been had that money. I felt like y'all believed I was broke before I got that $200. This is $500,000. Like I said last drink, man. Only the broke complain, man. Everybody know get money. They don't be on sitting back complaining about shit. All the broke is like, man, he don't like me or he don't want to do this. Or I don't give a about none of that money. Get some money, dog. I don't give a about none of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got all my shoes behind me.
Yeah. I got all my shooters behind me. Nigga put the camera on them niggas. Yeah, I got all my shooters behind me. Camera on the nigga face.
I want to be a shooter. Guess what? I allowed you to be that.
I allowed him to be that.
Brock to quit rap and become a shooter.
Yeah.
Like Brock, I only want to rap. Look at Big Brock back there. Brock, why you don't rap no more? You just want to be a shooter, man?
Yeah. Free smoke.
I mean, Brock's supposed to be shooters. Like, all right. The court is first shooting. He said, people down the notepad, and he said, I love the way this shit feel. I just want to shoot.
Nigga said I called my first shoot. I put down the notepad. I like how this shit feel. No! Oh, free smoke.
I mean, Brock's court is first shooting. Like, all right. The court is first shooting. He said, people down the notepad.
It's over.
I love the way this shit feel. I just want to shoot. Free smoke. Quit. All right, you know Skinny.
Yeah, I know Skinny.
Graveyard back there.
Graveyard back there. That was reckless.
So let's talk about OBH. They're famous or infamous depending on how you view the world. They, like any other street criminal enterprise, cause devastation to so many in the community. A man could be judged morally only by God, if that's what you believe in. Legally, it's up to the United States government to judge you. And when they ended up passing judgment on AR Ab's action, the judge said he deserved 45 years in a federal prison for them. I know people have been waiting a minute for me to cover this topic. The reason this has taken me so long is that, one, OBH is very spread out with so many members, former members, affiliates, and people who claim OBH. Trying to cover all my bases, it was a lot to go over and a lot of people to talk to. Two, there's so many interviews to go through also. OBH was very media friendly, meaning AR Ab and company did so many interviews, it took me weeks to get through them all. Even though I'm going to be talking a lot about state accusations and evidence they presented at trial, just a disclaimer, I think AR Ab was not treated fairly in the sense that some of the police tactics in this case were unfair. A lot of credible evidence was presented at trial, but in my opinion, some of the ways the government went about collecting this evidence was a little shady. With that being said, Ab and OBH made plenty of mistakes along the way, and we're going to get into it all. Ab, having struggled to maintain the buzz and attention he thought he deserved over the last decade, wasn't going to let this opportunity slip through his fingers. When we left off in part 1 in 2015, AR Ab was getting a ton of attention from being mentioned in Drake's back-to-back. Ab, having struggled to maintain the buzz and attention he thought he deserved over the last decade, wasn't going to let this opportunity slip through his fingers. OBH had rappers and street soldiers and people that operated in different capacities selling merch and pushing members' music, etc. Speaking of music, Ab would release so much music between 2015 and 2018 that he might have kind of oversaturated Philly's rap scene with OBH music, to the point where his movement was getting so popular, there were annual OBH and Goonie Gang cookouts, which drew hundreds of people to residential streets and were often shut down by police. Ab would pop up on Area Ave from time to time, giving out food and refreshments for free on hot days.
Appreciate you, Whoosh. Appreciate you, my G. Appreciate you. Keep tapping in. We going up.
Food and refreshments for free on hot days. Ab also moved his family out of Philly to ensure their safety. Ab and Dark Low rapped and released a ton of music throughout this time of 2015 through 2018, as well as pushing Leak Moss and Skinny Me.
Briggs Bronco back. Years. And listen, y'all know who he is. This is my little brother, Skinny Notorious. The notorious Skinny Me. That boy about 130 pounds of horror.
Horror!
I know this for a fact, man. And guess what? This is what I like about Skinny Me. This is what I like about Skinny Me music, man. It's just raw. And it's like reality rap. Mafia. Skinny Me will go through a situation, and guess what? It's gonna be in a song. It's gonna make a song about the same day. So I know that's why I feel it so much. I know it. When he said I killed it, and I did that, I seen him do it. When he said somebody try to drop on me, not pressing me, not for man. And I
follow the kick. Follow the kick. I'm on live on Kick. I don't do music on YouTube Live. I don't do no music on here no more. Just documentaries, interviews. Follow the kick. I'll do y'all request.
See me do it. I know you.
I can't go on without mentioning other members of the OBH scene, such as Shy Money the Wolf, P90 Smooth, Breezy Baguettes, OBH Flat, who's one of the original members and who introduced Ab and Cassidy, News, College, No Breaks Bras, C-Dot, Razor, and many, many others. Ab will release Mud Music 2 in 2015, Who Harder Than Me 3 in 2016, Protocols Volume 1, 2, and 3 in 2016, back to back to back. And then finally Protocol 4 in 2018. Social media has been a huge topic of discussion in this case, with many speculating that Ab's interviews with DJ Vlad and others he's done contributed to his federal sentence. While part true, but mostly false, no interview he did was ever introduced as evidence at trial. Ab was definitely reckless with the way he talked on camera though, but legally, almost none of it was introduced as evidence in this trial, at least the YouTube videos he's famous for. However, some were admitted. When the government indicted OBH in 2019, social media posts and their admissibility in the court was a controversy even before the actual trial started. The FBI zoned in on a few key videos, and it's questionable, in my opinion, the way the FBI portrayed some of them. The one involving Taz and Robbie Johnson is a major one of concern for me. We will get into Taz and what he did in part 3. For now, let's continue on where we are. On October 22nd, Judge Bilson ruled that the prosecution's motion to admit social media posts was going to depend on the relevance of the post to this particular case, meaning anything said outside the immediate relevance to this case is inadmissible. So Vlad interviews talking about Bloxy's run or Bloxy shot up or any of the other shit Ab has been heard saying is considered hearsay and not admissible. The government would obtain a vast amount of social media evidence attributable to various defendants, however. The social media evidence is two types: social media videos and social media posts. Murder and mayhem are routinely absorbed by millions of Americans reading novels or watching movies in theaters and on television. Aside from violence, cultural appreciation changes over time. We need not go far back in history to remember the revulsion that lovers of Beethoven and Mozart expressed when Stravinsky, Berg, and more recently, John Adams and Philip Glass became mainstays of major orchestra concerts. The 20th century has also witnessed a virtual revolution in changing to appreciation and taste in art. Consider the virtual riots that took place in Paris at the beginning of the 20th century after the debut of the now considered masterpieces of Picasso and Matisse. The point is not only to acknowledge the role violence plays in cultural expressions of various types, but also to recognize that individual cultural and artistic tastes change depending on many factors. Tolerance for freedom of expression is essential. In this case, the government seeks to introduce social media postings by defendants, many of them about crime and violence. Several take the form with lyrics referenced to as rap, specifically gangster rap. The issue is whether videos of rap music and other social media posts are subject to any special evidentiary rules. The court must examine the probative value of the evidence balanced against its potential for prejudice to the defendants who object. Federal rule of evidence.
Fuck all that.
It goes on to say that Defendant West communicates threats of violence and Blanding can be seen in the background. Leak Moss and AR.
Click the link in the description. Follow the kick. Y'all can hit the description. The kick link is in the description. I don't react to no music on YouTube. It's too much copyrights and blocks and all that crazy shit. And that shit'll get blocked globally and give me a strike, and I'm not dealing with that shit. So no musical here.
Our ad, Blood Brothers, Trendsetter Shady Disc, Video 3. Identified as Government Exhibit 2 at the October 15, 2019 hearing. Defendant West raps about ordering assassination of Robert Johnson. The government avers that the reference in the lyrics to the murder of Robert Johnson, allegedly committed by Stewart at the behest of West, is as follows.
I had the whole city scared to stand near,
I heard it.
ECF 407 government responds to defendant's motion
I'm going live on Kick when I get over here.
in limine to exclude all evidence of murder of Robert Johnson. The government contends that during the investigation, a cell phone was seized from defendant West that contained a post with the lyrics of this video. The note was dated 4 days after the murder of Johnson. Second superseding indictment at 6. The government seeks to spread. I think Meliano's defense lawyer stepped up here and argued this. Well, actually, everybody except Taz wanted to exclude all this evidence. Taz is the only, I believe, is the only one who didn't file this motion. Anyway, the defense went on to argue the main evidence presented at the October 15, 2019 who American American Mason formed, which Dr. Cooper disclaimed any opinion about whether the particular lyrics, which the government claims are intrinsic.
I just told y'all I'm not doing no music on here, so y'all can stop fucking putting music. I ain't doing no music in here. Not no music songs is getting done in here. I want to see music, follow the Kick. That's where we listen to music at. Not doing no music on this YouTube live. Matter of fact, I'm finna get off this shit and go on the Kick. I'm going on the Kick, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night, YouTube.